world-famous Hot Springs National Park, Arkansas, Jim Ed Brown and Jerry Clower welcome you to Nashville on the Road with Helen Cornelius, Wendy Holcombe, and Nashville's biggest superstar.
We're in Hot Springs, Arkansas, where the thoroughbreds run. And speaking of thoroughbreds, here's two of them, Jim Ed Brown and Helen Cornelius.
Well, there's a million things that we could do this evening, with all the nightlife and the silver screen.
But we've got time, and we could take the town in, or take a fast jet, baby, down to New Orleans.
But what I've got in mind is a small cafe out of the way. Oh, but baby, we won't stay.
No, we won't be too late.
What I've got in mind is to disappear, or maybe just stay right here.
Oh, to tell the truth, what I've got in mind is making love to you. Oh, to tell the truth, what I've got in mind is a show to do. And we have got a show to do. Hello, Jerry Clower. Come on in here.
We got some folks can't know how to do it, I'll tell you that.
That's exactly right.
I've never been so embarrassed in all my life.
How's that, Jerry?
Fella out there said I had the furniture disease.
What's that?
Furniture disease?
Yeah.
He said my chest had done dropped down into my drawers.
Well, the only thing you need to do is come to Hot Springs and spend a little more time and take some of those baths and all, and that'll work it out of you right real quick.
I don't want to talk about it no more. Who's the special guest?
Our special guest is a young gentleman that has been in the business quite some time. He is a monster in the business of country music. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Hank Williams, Jr.
Hey, hey, hey! Good, good, yeah! Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Woo!
The nightlife has its glamour when you're lonely. It seems to help you make it for a while. It calls to fools who think the only answer is wrapped up in a warm and willing smile. And so I went out searching every evening. Oh, I'd drink the wine to whet my appetite, till I'd find some pretty girl back in the corner to be my life's companion for the night. But I just can't seem to take it anymore. I feel empty walking through a swinging door, seeing all the lonely people just staring at the band, wrapped inside their feelings, playing one-night stands. I'd take her home to tell her my sad story. I'd put a teardrop into every word. Oh, I felt just like a genius when I made up the lies that I don't think she even heard. The wine would start to bring us close together. Our lips would meet to quench a hungry thirst. We'd slip into a world of champagne feelings, but in the morning all the bubbles burst. And I just can't seem to take it anymore. I feel empty walking through a swinging door, seeing all the lonely people just staring at the band, wrapped inside their feelings, playing one night stand. No, I just can't seem to take it anymore. I feel empty walking through a swinging door, seeing all the lonely people just staring at the band, wrapped inside their feelings, playing one night stand.
I went by Hank Jr.'s one time, and he and his band was in the middle of a big rehearsal. And Hank was playing the banjo. Hank, do you still play the banjo on stage?
On every show. Yes,
every
sir.
What else do you do?
Try to play banjo, fiddle, guitar, harmonica, piano, and drums and juice, harp, and bass, I think.
All at the same time?
No, I hadn't mastered that yet.
But anyway, somebody told me that you were the world's greatest, and I believe it was you on the banjo.
Well, I probably am one of the world's foremost known banjo players, among maybe 50 or 100 others. I don't know.
You don't brag any, do you?
No, not much. You got to get out there and do something.
I'll tell you what, we here at Nashville on the road brag on our little banjo player, too.
I'm going to, too. She's an Alabama girl from Alabaster, right down the road from Coleman, Wendy Holcombe.
Wendy, good.
All right.
Oh, thank you. Oh, Ruby, Ruby, honey, are you mad at your man? Well, there's tears in my eyes, and I wish I could die trying to get along with you. Oh, Ruby, Ruby, honey, are you mad at your man?
gracious alive, darling, you picked the grease out of it. You know, I've heard about the All-American boy, and I'm going to declare you the All-American girl. Do you know that I used to be a 4-H club agent? Did you know that?
No, sir, but I'm in 4-H.
And I also know you won 11 awards in 4-H club. This young lady right here. 11. What about that?
I enjoyed every minute of it. That was fun.
I believe I'm going to tell a story. What about it, darling?
I'll step right over here and listen to every word of it.
Go ahead. Wendy Holcombe. Woo! Now, one of them big Hollywood fellers done come to Yazoo City, Mississippi, and said, Jerry, I want you to go bird hunting. I said, get in my pickup truck. I'll take you down to Amite County where I growed up. We'll hunt with Uncle Versey Ledbetter. Drove up in Uncle Versey's yard, told the feller, I said, wait right here. I'm going to see if Uncle Versey will go hunting with us. We walked in the house, I did, left the man in the truck. I said, Uncle Versey, how you doing? He started crying. Said, Jerry, my old mule Della, said I done made 30 good crops with her. And said, the veterinarian said she's dying. Said, while you out there bird hunting with that Hollywood fella, will you shoot her for me? I said, Uncle Versey, I can't kill that mule. Said, to shoot them racehorses up yonder at Louisville and Hot Springs racetracks when they break a leg. Said, them thoroughbreds ain't no better than old Della. She's suffering. I said, all right, Uncle Versey, I'll shoot her for you. I started back out to my truck, and I got to thinking, I'm going to have some fun out of this Hollywood dude. I jumped in the truck and scratched off. I said, that Versey Ledbetter said I couldn't hunt on his place. Confound his hide. Done embarrassed me to tears. You done bought a ticket all the way from Hollywood. Here you are. We ain't even got a bird dog. You wanting to shoot some birds, and I'm embarrassed to death. And about that time, I stood old Della side the road eating grass. I said, I'll show him. I'll just kill his mule. And I jumped out, bloom, bloom, and down old Della went graveyard dead. About that time, I heard 3 shots up at the car. Bloom, bloom, bloom. I said, fella, what are you doing? And he said, Jerry, that old man upset you so bad, I killed 3 of his cows. Hey, thank you. Now, let's go over on Lake Hamilton and watch a beautiful lady, Helen Cornelius, sing a beautiful song. Yeah.
I'm going back down to my hometown, going down to the Greyhound station, gonna buy me a one-way fare. Good Lord's willing and the creek don't rise, by tomorrow I'll be right there. Don't it make you wanna go home now? Don't it make you wanna go home? All God's children get weary when they roam. Don't it make you wanna go home? Don't it make you wanna go home? Now there's a 6-lane highway down by the creek where I was skinny dipping as a child, and the drive-in shop where the meadows used to grow and the strawberries used to grow wild. There's a drag strip down by the riverside where my papa's cows used to graze. Now the grass don't grow and the river don't flow like it did in my childhood days. Don't it make you wanna go home now? Don't it make you wanna go home? All God's children get weary when they roam. Don't it make you wanna go home? Don't it make you wanna go home?
The Jims and Helen, Cornelius and myself, little Wendy Holcombe, Jerry Clower, all of us here at Nashville on the road, we travel around the country an awfully lot, and we meet some of the most talented young individuals that you would ever want to meet. We have one of them here with us. Now, this young man comes to us from Richmond, Virginia, and he is 13 years old. He is the world's champion junior banjo player. Carlton, come on in here, son. This young man is just fantastic on the banjo, and I know that you'll want to hear him. Carlton, what you going to play for us?
Lonesome Road Blues.
The Lonesome Road Blues. The microphone is all yours, son. Do it. Wendy, what do you think of that? I didn't tell y'all what his last name was. His last name is Stell, Carlton Stell. You remember that from Richmond, Virginia. Isn't he something?
Tell you, for a mighty little boy, he's a super big banjo picker, ain't he?
Yes, he sure is, Wendy. Why don't y'all do something together?
What about a little bit of Foggy Mountain Breakdown?
Carlton, you know that? All right, there's the microphone. The two of you have it.
Thank you, young folks. Thank you, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome a superstar, Mr. Hank Williams, Jr.
Where I'll never more roam. I know a girl who's been a-waiting around. She likes to boogie-woogie when I'm in town. I mean Mobile, down in Alabama, where the breeze is blowing. That's where I'm bound. Boogie, boogie. The reason I'm saying goodbye, I guess so often that I'm ready to cry. Everybody's been so nice to me. I hate to leave you, but I gotta go see good old Mobile down in Alabama, where the breeze is blowing. That's where I'm bound. I love that Mobile boogie. Good old Mobile down in Alabama, where the breeze is blowing. That's where I'm bound.
Hank Williams Jr. has all the fun in Hot Springs. Little Wendy Holcombe, lovely Helen, Cornelius, Jerry Clower, myself, Jim Ed Brown. We appreciate your watching. Bye-bye, y'all. Watch Nashville on the road next week, will you please?
Nashville on the Road was produced in Hot Springs National Park, Arkansas. Visit the mountains, forest land, sparkling lakes, and enjoy those world-famous hot springs thermal baths.